Now, when you're performing a brake job, it's a good idea to take a good look at your brake pads. They can tell you what's going on with your entire brake system. Welcome to this AMSOIL Tech Tip on reading brake pads. Well, they can tell you a lot, and you can see it right here. Starting on this first one, you got an inner pad wear. Now, your inner pad wear, because of the floating and moving calipers, is probably due to your slides are sticking or it's not moving, and your inner pad's going to wear out. You got tapered wear here, which is actually caused by usually misinstallation of the pad, and the pad's kind of off center there on your rotor or your actual caliper itself. That's a problem. Starts to get hot, starts to burn up. You get the actual glazing, crackling, or lifted edges here. And then this one's pretty cool. It's overlapping friction material. Now I'll give you a better look right here on the table. What are they supposed to look like? Here's one right here, which is a brand new pad. It looks good. You got a high coefficient of friction. Your next one, well, this is actually glazed. You can see it's all shiny, and it's also tapered. It's bigger on this side than that side. This one, well, it's pretty obvious. It's all chunked up. And then the cool one right here is that overlapping. Now, what is that? That's because the rotor was actually too small, and you can see it's not even touching it on that surface right there. And what happens is you have that overlapping. Now, no matter if you're replacing the pads or doing anything with your brakes, you have to keep it clean, Len. You know what the #1 cause of brake squeal is?
I'm thinking it's going to be dirt.
Absolutely, dirt or loose pads. Now, you got a product that's going to keep the brakes clean, not only at the end of the job, but during it as well.
Exactly. You want to use brake cleaner to clean that dust out of there. Spray everything down real nicely. You want to avoid compressed air. You don't want to put all those contaminants in the environment. But you hit it with the brake clean. It'll bring it all right to the floor. That solvent will help clean all that dirt off there, and you start out with a nice clean brake job.
Yeah, and you think about that, Len. I mean, I just touched these brake pads. I mean, barely touched them. And you guys can see that's all on my hands, not to mention the grease, the dirt from working on the car. That stuff's going to get transferred from the pad to the rotor. There's my coefficient of friction. Big old word to saying, hey, it's not going to do the stopping.
Exactly. You want to make sure everything's clean.